Good evening, guys. It's Leon Street here, Visionary Marketing session back in the house, Wednesday evening here in the UK. And I've got a real great topic to talk about today. And in particular, something that I guess only a select few people know about this, mainly my clients. We're going to talk about a specific process that I use called niche demand creation. And in particular, today I'm going to talk about how niche demand creation doubled conversions while cutting ad spend. And I've got a great few examples to show you, but in particular, I'm going to show you a few things about what niche demand creation is and how you can implement it into your business. And it's something that especially today, the past few weeks as well, speaking with clients and I guess coaching clients on this particular strategy that you can implement into your business to really take things to the next level. I'm going to share with you a few things, and we're going to go into, I guess, some of the more strategic things, the tactical things about what you can apply as well using this method that I use. And, I don't really see many people using in the way that I'm going to explain to you guys. And so therefore, I'm hoping that you can take away some nuggets, some real useful information that you can implement into your business. And I guess, as always, if you do have any questions as I'm going through this live, please remember to drop your questions, comments, feedback. I guess even, responses that you don't agree with something that I'm sharing with you, drop it in a comment below the video. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please remember to click on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell to be notified of all of my upcoming videos. And for everybody watching on Facebook and elsewhere, especially on the podcast as well, I just want to say thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate you. And if you're watching right now, remember to give me a thumbs up. It goes a long way to spreading the message and showing other people that this content is worth checking out. Right. So let's get into this. As always, I've got a nice presentation that I prepared. And I don't know about you, but I find it hard sometimes, especially when I really want to get a key strategy across to people, just to kind of deliver it on the fly. And I guess it's because I'm a very visual learner. And the way that I learn and the way that I communicate is very visual. And so, if I'm not on the flip chart, then usually it's on the PowerPoint presentation, which is what I've got ready for you guys. So as I said already, guys, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're not on there already, go to youtube.com/Leon Street and subscribe to the channel. Anyway, so proof. First of all, before I share with you this strategy, I want to share with you the proof behind the, I guess, the reason for me sharing this particular method. Yeah. So niche demand creation. And it's important for me to just show you up front. So I'm not really going to hold back. I'm just going to jump into. So this is one of my clients, and this is a client that uses the method that I'm talking about. It's called niche demand creation. And you hear a lot of people about creating a niche. You hear a lot of people about how to identify their niche. And, I teach my clients like the two basic fundamentals of creating a niche, which is basically demographics and psychographics. But niche demand creation goes to that next level. And it goes to the next level in the sense of how to get in front of existing demand, but carve out your own space so that you're not in competition with anybody else. And effectively, you make your competition irrelevant because what you've got to offer is unique. And therefore, what people see is something that they really want to, I guess, buy from you in terms of products and services. So the example that I'm showing you on the screen, this is one of my clients who uses niche demand creation, and it's resulted in a six-figure business. As you can see on the screen, this is a result that we created in 11 months. And this was purely off organic traffic. Yeah. And so, this isn't pie in the sky stuff. This is an online course from one of my clients. The course sells for about £33. And in the course of 11 months, we went to over six figures, as you can see, 116,000. That's probably approximately 130,000 US dollars. And we did this using this niche demand creation method. And so for me, there's a lot of people out there who talk a lot of BS bullshit. Yeah, but I just wanted to hit you straight up with some proof about what I'm about to share with you. So there we go, guys. From a £33 online course, people say online courses don't work, but I just want to share with you exactly what's going on here. You see, when you're getting into niche demand creation, there's a problem. And the problem is that most business owners are looking for the quick win. And, it kind of makes sense. Like, you're looking for, the way to, I guess, turn things around. If you're in a tight spot, a bad spot, things aren't going quite your way, and you're looking for a great business opportunity. And I can tell you, 101 different stories about clients who whilst they had a business, they were so distracted with, oh, I've got a great opportunity coming up. I've got an opportunity to buy a business. I've got an opportunity to partner up with somebody else that will help me to double my profits or double my revenue. You know, like so many different things, like great business opportunities. But you know, this is part of the problem. There's also business owners out there looking for the silver bullet, and if you don't know what that term is, it simply means, I guess it goes back to the horror days where you use a silver bullet to go and kill a werewolf. Yeah, but people are looking at creating a silver bullet to kill the problem with growing their business. But this is actually part of the problem, looking for that quick win, and you know, I guess looking for the answer to their prayers, which is kind of like hoping and wishing. Now, what I want to get across here, and the point of niche demand creation is, it's about really looking at your niche from the point of view, where is the demand already? You see, there's a lot of business owners who, their products and services all driven by their skills and what they're good at, right? And if we take this a step further, but you know, this is the problem that scales into bigger problems, because whilst you may have skills in your business and skills that are, I guess, transferable in the sense of able to generate results for your clients, what happens is a lot of people get stuck with the skills rather than identifying what the demand is from their niche. Yeah, and demand meaning, well, what's the message? So it never really comes back to what are your skills and what are the kind of products and services you can put in front of them that you're already good at, and that perhaps, you know, has worked in the past or has worked up until now and it's just stopped working. This is the part where when you try and, you know, continue looking for the silver bullet and moving forward in this direction, it becomes part of a bigger problem. So the bigger problem is business owners usually end up lost, going around in circles, making some progress, only to be pulled back when the market demand becomes weak. And the real, I guess, diving into this just a little bit more, the bigger problem is that this results in lost revenue, lost time, and usually presses on deeper negative emotions, including, you know, stress, anxiety, depression, anger. And, you know, all of this comes about when the results aren't there for your business. And, you know, if you can agree with this, and if this sounds familiar, just drop me a yes in a comment below, whether you're watching live or watching on the replay or listening back to this on the podcast. And it's no coincidence that you go through all of these challenges when things aren't working out, because you're trying to figure it out on the fly, trying to get results. And when results aren't happening, or they're not happening to the level that you need them to happen, and you've got pressing commitments like bills and different things and financial, I guess, responsibilities, you know, eventually it turns into stress, anxiety, depression, anger, and frustration. However you handle these challenges, right? You know, we're all different, but we all go through, I guess, these different emotions in one way or another. So if that's part of the bigger problem, well, what's the solution? Yeah, well, the solution is this. Like as I said to you, and with the proof that I showed you earlier, I have a method called the VORTEX method that I share, and I'm gonna share exactly what we do with our clients. Not in the sense of behind smoke and mirrors. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do in your business to start, you know, being able to apply the principles of niche demand creation. So the VORTEX method is something that I have for my clients. It's my unique method of how I help them grow and scale their businesses. So it's the only method in the world that can take your business from being unfocused, uncertain, and underperforming, because it takes a business owner on a whirlwind journey of being able to earn 5K or more every single month. I've got some clients who they're earning 5K. I've got other clients who they've created multi 6-figure businesses and 7-figure businesses. So the key here is that they're using niche demand creation. Yeah. And niche demand creation is the foundation that you need to have in your business. So for instance, let's say you're creating videos on Facebook, you're creating videos on YouTube, you're creating video ads, you know, whether those ads are going out on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, Instagram, doesn't matter where. If you don't have niche demand creation as part of your foundation for creating your message will only be as good as the existing demand for the message that you have. And usually what happens is people feel that they know what their target audience are after, but in reality, it's not about you feeling, it's about knowing where to look for where the demand is already. And if you can understand how to do that, that's where you tap into this uncontested marketplace, and basically where you carve out your own niche. And a lot of people out there, they don't know what their niche is. They have no idea as to how to carve out their own niche in the first place. And this is what leads to all the challenges with a lot of business owners, kind of going around in circles, not knowing what to do. What product do I create? What offer do I create? What services do I create? What channel do I market on? And like, I can't explain to you, but a lot of people, really get stuck on this. But the biggest result I've had with the method that I teach is $1.47 million from a campaign that I helped a client to create. So just quickly, let me share what the method is, and then I'm going to share how it works. So step one is identify your psychographic niche demand. Yeah. So niche demand creation is where you dive deep into, I guess, the psychology and emotions of where your target audience are, to the point where they're in a position to make a buying decision with you. Step two is where you create a no-brainer, irresistible offer. Step three is where you attract your ideal leads. Step four is where you convert your hot prospects. And step five is where you lead your clients to success with your products and services. So this is the method that I have with my clients in my business. But step one, you identify your psychographic niche demand. This is what I want to share with you now. So before I share the method, I just want to show you another client who used this same principle to a six-figure result. So this was Matt Stringer, one of my clients. And when he used the niche demand creation method, as I've just shared with you, you can see he did the best part of £100,000 worth of business in 4 to 5 months using this method. And the point I want to get across here is, and let me just zoom in so you can see that's obviously a print screen from Facebook. But the point I want to get here is, there's a lot of businesses out there who, for them, 6 or multi-six figures in terms of results is like pie in the sky, or a pipe dream, or just a dream in general. And usually is because you're getting results based on, I guess, demand you think is possible, or marketplaces where you think your clients might be, but they're not there in the numbers that you believe they should be. And part of this is because you haven't created or identified, with your business, niche demand creation. So niche demand creation, and the whole point of this is you getting in front of the demand. It's that simple, but a lot of people don't know how to do that. So this is what most marketing feels like. Yeah, like you're doing every different type of marketing possible: social media, Instagram, Facebook Lives, stories, LinkedIn, YouTube, paid ads on Google, paid ads that appear on YouTube, paid ads on Facebook, paid ads on Instagram, LinkedIn, and the reality is that all of these are your marketing channels. They're your marketing channels. They're not necessarily where the niche demand is. And this is the problem. Just because people have said set up your profiles on these platforms doesn't mean that that's where you're going to find, your target audience. And because of this, if you don't understand niche demand creation, you won't understand psychologically and emotionally how to craft a message that triggers your audience into making decisions to opt in with you, buy from you, right? So if that's what everybody's telling you to do, which is, usually it feels like 101 different things, how does niche demand creation work? Well, there's a certain method called the blue ocean strategy. And I'm going to show you how niche demand creation uses part of this and then adds to it in order to create your blue ocean. If you're not familiar with this method, it's very simple. Red ocean strategy is where you compete in an existing marketplace, and that's most business owners. I'd probably say about 99% of business owners, they're competing in existing market spaces. They're looking to beat the competition or exploit existing demand. So exploit existing demand. But what I'm talking to you about in terms of niche demand creation is where, rather than exploiting demand, you create new demand and capture new demand, which is what blue ocean strategy is all about. So you create uncontested market space. You make the competition irrelevant because you're creating and capturing new demand. And part of this comes by identifying psychologically and emotionally what's going on with your audience for them to be triggered into, oh, actually what you've got as a product or a service, I'm interested in, because whatever you've got in your message, whether it's an ad, social media post, it triggers them to the point of, wanting to make that next step. And that next step is usually to, perform the action, whether they're opting in with you on a squeeze page, watching your webinar, watching your VSL, downloading a free guide, or simply wanting to just jump on a strategy call with you. That's what niche demand creation is all about. So it's creating the blue ocean, but it's also getting in front of the demand. Yeah. So rather than exploiting, you're creating this new demand by knowing where the demand is, but creating the new niche out of it. So how it works, here's how you apply it. You use niche demand creation using the vortex method that I've shared with you, where you create new demand, yeah, rather than exploiting existing demand, but you do it based on what is going on psychologically and emotionally. So once you understand that, that becomes the foundation that you create your marketing message with. And this is where a lot of people fail, because what they're doing is they jump to this part. They don't understand the message, but they're jumping straight to paid ads, organic social media, and they're like, let's test $100, $500, £500, £1,000 on ads. And they're testing this without really understanding what is the message that I need to create in order to attract people, so that they're at a point where they are ready to make the next step that you have already created for them to make, right? Which is either, as I said, opt in or booking a call with you. And from there, you can then, once you understand what you need to put in your message and you run your ads or you run your social media, is that you can then direct them to your funnel. And as I said, your funnel might be booking a call, it might be VSL, webinar, whatever it is. But in essence, this is what marketing is all about. It isn't about doing a million and one different things. It's really refining your message so that you have a clear message, a clear understanding psychologically with your audience. You understand where the demand is, so you know what channels to be marketing on. It might be one channel, yeah. It might be, as an example, you might be doing Facebook ads, you might be doing organic social media, but you understand where your target audience is already. But more than that, you understand what message you need to put in front of them so that you can run your marketing tactics and then drive people into your funnel. And that's how you apply it. So the key thing for me is that if you want to go to the next level and you've already created, I guess, kind of marketing campaigns that are already operating and out there, and people are interested in I guess your message by likes, comments, shares, and different things online, but you're not converting them into people who want to speak to you, then you've probably got a problem. Yeah, so probably got a problem. You have a problem with your message because you probably haven't taken the steps to focus on niche demand creation. Yeah, and niche demand creation comes back to knowing your target audience, knowing psychologically, emotionally what it is that they want, where they are right now, so the problems with where they are, and what emotions you need to trigger in them to get them to move to the next stage in how they interact and therefore do business from you. And usually that's to buy from you. So that's how you can apply it, guys. 3 easy steps. Now here's a few clients that have applied the steps that I've just shared with you. This is Angie. And when she applied this, she was able to generate 18,000 in sales in 30 days. And this was during lockdown. Yeah. So when you have the right message, it doesn't matter what's going on in the marketplace because you can get in front of the demand. This was Janine. She did the same thing and she was able to generate 879 leads in 3 days, just using some organic social media messages and posts on Facebook. Yeah. And you can see there her message, like, warning, you will get overwhelmed. She got loads of leads, and her email system, her email database started to fill up very quickly. This is Nate. And when he applied this same strategy, he was able to generate $768,000 in 3 months and a week, which ended up to being $1.47 million in 6 months of running this same method that I'm talking about today. So if you want help in growing your business and you're thinking, you know what, I could actually do with understanding how niche demand creation could work for my business, then get in touch with me, guys. There's no point in going around in circles, frustration, anxiety, being sad, unhappy, frustrated, or even angry. Just simply go to www.leonstreet.com/one-to-one and book in a time for us to have a chat. And, from there, I can show you how you can apply niche demand creation in your business. And it's not complicated, guys, but a lot of people don't know the steps of how to implement this. And I want to show you how to make this work for you in your business. Yadira Magdalena, thank you very much for jumping on. I appreciate you guys for watching live. And everybody else, if you're watching this on replay, as I said, you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or listening back on the podcast, if you're in this position and you need to explore a new way to change what you're doing in business, and especially with what's going on in the marketplace right now. As we're speaking, this is the 11th of November, 2020. Most of the world is in some type of lockdown or social distance. And, society has changed. The way that we do business has changed. Commerce has changed. But there is still demand, guys. There is still demand for different services, and especially if you can understand how to tap into online and using niche demand creation to be your foundation to tapping into those markets and creating this uncontested market space with your own niche. So if you want more of that, guys, remember, just go to www.leonstreet.com/one-to-one. And not only will I share with you, like I've shared with you today, the examples of how I've done that for clients, but I want to share with you, and I'll give you a strategy unique to your business and how you can apply that in the next 90 days. And you'll get that part for free. There'll be no payment there. So I'll just show you just to, for you to understand exactly how it can work for you. But anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the content from today. And if you have enjoyed this content, remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just go to leonstreet.com/YouTube, and that will redirect you to my channel on YouTube. So it will simply just redirect you rather than figuring out how to find me on YouTube and going into the search box. So finally, guys, if you've enjoyed this, remember to give me a thumbs up, give me a heart if you're on Facebook, and please share this video if you think this will help a fellow business owner or somebody who you know is in business, could do with, I guess, a fresh and new perspective, right? So thanks once again. I'll be back on Wednesday next week, same time, 8:30 p.m. But until Sunday morning, where we dive into, I guess, the different aspects of running a business and what it means and takes to be, a human being in business. Join me on Sunday morning where we break down, those types of demands and needs on you as a business owner. So it's Leon Street. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my evening. I hope you do as well. Take care. Bye-bye.